Oh, fried chicken and biscuits. Which we don't actually get here. We don't actually get the biscuits at KFC. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Or you could wake up now. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Smack the clock. Laying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Weird name, but hey. Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by, and you find your imagination getting away from you. Let's take it seriously. I better make sure to arrive prepared for my first day. You bust through your morning checklist, teeth brushed, hair combed, pits deodorized, nothing can stop you now. You confidently grab a biscuit and strut out the door and head off to class. Om nom nom nom. Just what you needed to get your blood flowing. Standing in the class, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. That's still a weird name that doesn't make any sense in my brain. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam. She's the most adorably awkward person you ever meet. And you absolutely love her for it. Good morning, Meg. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? Actually, because I'm sure I'm excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. What the? It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but when I ate it, I couldn't taste my love for food in it. My love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Classic Miriam. Raised by a master chef parent, she's always held herself to a very high standard. Ever since we were little babies playing together, you rescued me from that quicksand box. And it's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're gonna do great. But the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, famous 3-day only semester, like that. 3 day? 3 days? Fuck me. 3 days at university, you'd learn fuck all. I'm afraid of being left behind and never catch up. A sweet girl, Miriam, has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous about her first kiss, she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. Let's pep talk her. Remember last month when we saw that fortune teller and how tarot cards read? Lady with the mask who gave me nightmares? I've been trying to forget. I know she looked spooky, but she was so sweet. And she told you that you were destined for great things. Remember, that card with the fancy looking tower? And the other card featuring a handsome fellow in a red suit? I've been waiting for so long to be a handsome fellow I can call my own. Aww, lonely. And I'm sure you will soon. In no time, we'll be graduating, and you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time at all. As you talked to Miriam, you could feel her nerves begin to ease. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. And if not, at least I have killer bangs. Those killer bangs. Can you believe I cut them myself? You can definitely believe it. I cannot believe it. Before you can get another word, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your book and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground. Hey. It's Ashley. I'm gonna call her Ashley. Your arch rival. She's totally evil. You can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants, and she knows it. She could have me if she wanted, if you know what I mean. Hello, Ashley. Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins. Leave Mag's shins alone. They're perfectly normal shins. Ugh, I can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that that it's actually Ashley. She just added extra letters to make her feel better than everyone. If anyone here knows that perfect shins look like, it's us. We're not going to let you or your weird insults get to us. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Man. Oh, fuck me, seriously? Has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight you can see him casually working out his glutes. While he styles his hair, no lie, though they're rocking glutes. Van. Oh god, you rang. Oh, fuck off. You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known Ashley and Van have just been closer as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. I can't believe that the University of Cooking, I'm just gonna call it the University of Cooking, I'm not gonna read that whole fucking thing, would ever allow people like you to attend as students. I know, right? You would think they'd hand out diplomas now. Or maybe hire us as professors. You amateurs could learn from us. With the first day of school about to start, there's just no time to properly tell these two off. And you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam. Psh, see you later, losers. As you approach the door, you see a goofy little kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. What the fuck? Did he fart? Whoopsie! I think it's broken. You reach forward and easily pull the door open. Ah, that should do the trick. I love you. I think you mean thank you. My name is Pop. I'm named after my Pop. He's old. Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob. But I guess he's reading it upside down. Hi Pop, I'm Max, so... Are you going to make me hold this door open all day? Nope. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Is it just me, or is he kind of cute? I think it's just you. You both shrugged your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep to themselves, busy with chit-chatting. A scruffy pooch takes his place at the podium at the front of the class. Adorable! And his name is Sprinkles. Now, quiet down, everyone. Who is this unreasonably cute pup? And why is he in our culinary class? You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of the university. Please, call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof. What a cute dog. What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever. I guess I'm the only dog knows. I guess Only a dog nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. I had a problem with that one. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you and swirl as you swirl around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air of the inside of the classroom. I am chilly. Someone close the window. And then he walks in. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew someone could be so handsome? Oh god, they are piled on thick. Time stands still. It's him, it's... If it isn't my favorite student, Harland. Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog, before he can finish his sentence. Call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're entirely wrong. And this is all over here. And this over here must be Sweaty Sweatsalot. Maybe we should open a window back up before the faucet pits melt into a puddle and evaporate entirely. Hold on just a second. Nobody talks to my friend like that. You both know my name. Correct, the same kindergarten class. And what is it with you and really weird insults? Besides, when Meg sweats, it's not gross, it's beautiful. Look at the shimmer. Take a moment to clean up yourself. And it's a good thing I didn't forget my deodorant this morning. This classroom is hot, hot, hot. ... Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules. Welcome to the University Cooking School of Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. This is the birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears, there will be blood, there may even be really adorable tiny food. And when it's all said and done, there will be a battle, and you will lift your sporks and compete in the creme brulee, the broomy cooking arena. Broomy? Okay, whatever. Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the Professor's rousing speech. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone is good. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss quiet. Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue. You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? Don't you recognize me? This is my third year in this school, with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. No one remembers me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let this be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clark made it here on time. Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across the town on his tiny wheels. You turn to see a student Sprinkles is referring to, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. The class bursts into laughter. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Sprinkles walks in the classroom as everyone stands in a sullen obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose in the air and takes a deep sniff. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You be taking better care of yourself. You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkle's reputation for being smart but tough is well known. Decide to butter him up and give him a treat from your pocket, but what kind? Since it's KFC, we better go for chicken snack. You reach beneath your apron and return a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkle's eyes go wide as he looks into it. His favorite! Well, well, well. I think we might have another some competition for my star student. The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hands slick with a slick coating of warm doggy drool. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of doggy treat flavors on them at all times. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds opened to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only have two options remain. Hey Mag, there's still a seat here. It seems to be no one claimed the seat next to me, if you're interested. Oh damn. Oh damn. Fuck it, let's sit next to Colonel Sanders. You move and take a seat by Colonel Sanders. It appears he brought no books, pens, pencils, whatever. His perfect upright posture shows off his seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn. Thanks for offering me the seat. I only have two rules. Do all you can and do the best you can. And the only way you're ever going to get that feeling of accomplishing something. That's so inspiring. A little off topic, if you ask me, but okay. As soon as you settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast, it's time for a pop quiz. Yay, a quiz about me. The incredibly important and surprising quiz will tell me if you are ready for life of culinary school. Keep your knife sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question number 1. If a train is traveling from point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? Extremely. That's right. The forest is to a tree as a chicken is to a feather? I guess it's not night vision goggles. That's right. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? A spork! Because KFC. That's right. What is the best food for a broken heart? Pancake with a smiley face. Camel meat? No. Anything as long as it's prepared with love and not too much salt. Want to say that one? That's correct. His Sprinkle's a good boy. He's a talking dog that teaches how to culinary. He is best boy. That is right. Perfect score. Wow. Be honest. Did you cheat? No. You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed. I know we just met, but I have to confess. I think you have a beautiful brain. Oh my. Hot diggity, Meg. You scored major points with Colonel Sanders. You scored major Colonel Sanders points with that performance. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch. Ooh, lunch. Cafeteria is nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose, and your mouth waters. Oh my. You smell that? That must be lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention? Is it about lunch? No, I wanted to apologize for my tardiness, you see. Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. I was about lunch. Everyone cheers. But shh. Lunch. You said shh. In honor of our new semester, I prepared something special to share everyone for lunch. That must be the smell I smelled. Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student created. You've heard he's very talented. But were the rumors true? And this is... Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Contains a glimmer in the light. Piled high, large pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken? It's a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble, as if he could say, "Stop thinking and start eating." Years I've been doing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve a perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's all I'll say about that. What? You think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Psh. Nah, my dude, nah. I'm just drafting a last will and testament in case one of those ingredients is poison. Got him? You look nervously to see anyone else is laughing at that sick burn. You wait to see what Zinger, because it's Zinger Burgers in the UK, Ashley has prepared to follow up. But suddenly she takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just like writing in my diary. My diary, dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew that the moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. You see her body language change from a bitter evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to the Colonel Sanders. She realizes that she's destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. She wants to bone the Colonel. Oh, please. Well, Van, the man. If you don't want any, I'll take this. What? Hold on. I mean, I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as it tries to take hold of pure exhilaration and an act of unimpressed. Easy now. Is enough for everyone. Please follow my classmates and dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing! Tasting the Colonel's food transports you to another dimension. Oh crap, what the hell? Alone with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. You focus your mind and meditate on this moment to try and identify every flavor, savor the moment and everything that tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. Swim towards the light. Flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. Oh my god. They really did pile it on as like, you must eat KFC fried chicken. What a guy. Alone with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love. For a man, for a flavor, they the same. After tasting the food, you tried to get some of the one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. You approach Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he's doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef? What exactly is on that chicken? How bold of you to come out and ask. It's an idea I had for a combination of flavors that will make me a fortune and establish a legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. My God. It's just me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? The semester's only getting started. We got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. Certainly not giving up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel? Shouldn't learning be fun? Aww. You got moxie. I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone. He leans into you. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers. One of the ingredients I can tell you is I use... Oh, it blanked out. Oh, they're actually blanking it out. Wow. Blank? Wow. You've never guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you get some of it. It's some if you had searched. While you're wrapped in a huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. Find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school building. I think about how my story will continue after I've graduated. It sounds like you have big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark in this world. You can bet on that. Alone together the first time. You figure now's the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Now you get to show your own strength. Oh. Wow, with a big idea. Add an additional ingredient to... Nope. Be modest and thoughtful. Let's be modest. Well, I just wanted to tell you, I really enjoyed your food. Now you've got his attention. Flavors were complex but comforting. Interplay between salty, savory, and peppery was perfect. I appreciate the compliment, Mag. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. Next lesson starts soon. You step into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon's lesson will take place. Each student gets their own oven, all the tools and ingredients they could need. Look at this place, it's magnificent. Finally I get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no. We have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? We're not gonna blow anything, except maybe a kisses to the crowd of our fans. You're gonna earn your signature. You're gonna earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. Welcome students to the cooking arena. For today's lesson we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over to you, but you're unable to control yourself, and you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Hey, Colonel. Glad to tackle this lesson as a team of two. That is me and you. If I wasn't that clear. Want to be my partner? Sure, Mag. I'll prepare our station. Our partner, Miriam, is left standing alone. Two different students quickly take notice. Hello, new partner. Beep beep buzz. Oh my, two potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen. But I don't know how to choose. It looks like I have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? Let's have him with Clank. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam should be partnered with Clank today. It's okay, I already ate. It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of this school even is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Hold on there, fella. We don't even know what the assignment is yet. Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. Bzzzt. Issue? I hardly know you. Clank judders, his panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Looks like you two will be fine. Now it's time to focus on our own cooking class. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Alright, you two, for today's lesson, I'm gonna keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. Here, you get the idea? Which dish do you suggest your partner Colonel... Which dish do you suggest to your partner Colonel Sanders? You brown those mashed potatoes and gravy. Using octopus will blow his mind. Baked tartare. Things will be easy enough. Let's do grandmother's mashed potatoes and gravy. I'm just using all the things that are related to KFC. Fuck it. I've always been drawn to down home chef. I was thinking we can make some warm, inviting, comforting, maybe mashed potatoes and gravy? I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll get to the potatoes. Oh, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? Oh, sorry. Sanders is my heart. Sanders' heart is my business. And you'd better keep your fingers off my man. Oh, did someone call for me? Oh, no, geez, Van. While I'm over here crushing on Mag's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. What was the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns with an armful of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Oh, howdy there, Ashley and Van. Are we working as a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no. Looks like Mag was struggling, so we offered to give him a hand. You know how it is, these young amateur chefs need to be monitored. Need to be mentoring. I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get on my level. Haha, doubt it. Don't be rude, Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability. Creations worthy of administration. Concoct creations worthy of administration. After all, the fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if I ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that you have positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together. Like a thigh and a drumstick. It makes sense. I think this makes sense. But the thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel. If you don't watch out. Actually, it's really going at you hard. Need to ask for some backup here before things start to get ugly. Let's turn to Colonel Sanders. We're going to pretty much ignore Miriam. I'm here to learn and express myself by my cuisine, not bicker with a prima donnas. Partners were chosen at the beginning of class, so let's all respect that format, okay? He turned to the Colonel to confirm that you're on the same page. I chose Colonel Sanders and Colonel Sanders chose me. Isn't that right? Businessman respects all fair agreements. From contracts to handshake. I took on Mag as my partner for this activity and I stand by it. Based on your team's behavior, I'd say you're perfect for each other. Neither of you has Mag's natural talent or their loyalty. Being defended by Colonel Sanders leaves you feeling proud and full of potential. He looked for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis. They're short but sturdy in stature. You look down at your station, realize that in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Affected by the drama, you crushed and boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture, and plenty of butter cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps. You know as well as what you know so well while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand and holds a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours smooth brown gravy smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Oh, mashed potatoes and gravy, that sounds really good right about now. God damn. The gravy flows down the mold of the mashed potato. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Oh my! Colonel Sanders holds a spork to you. You reach out and grab a hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. You two stand holding the same spork, and for a small moment, all madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Oh my! Your eyes look. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping spork full up. When you see Ashley with her sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage, without thinking, you fling a spork full of mashed potato right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van, do something! Do something! Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slings away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? All right there, Mag. Do not waste food at the broomy cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you better both be prepared to eat it off wherever it lands. Eat it from wherever it lands. Can I have potato face? Van Van rushes back over, covered the dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy. Pathetic. In just a few minutes, I prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my speciality. Braised tentacle of octopus in a silky seawater sauce. Placed on a battle axe blade forged by my supreme chef ancestors. You've ignored me for too long. And ends now. I who will be the first bite. I will have the first bite. And you will look now on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't! Something about this dish strikes my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed. May have turned in the process. The result can be toxic. Too late! It's already been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel too good. It killed him. Oh wow, I actually killed the student. Okay. Okie dokie. Everyone, step back. Don't take another bite. Uh-oh. When you look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up by Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain just for a moment, and then immediately back to his obvious self. Oopsie! Tastes like poison. The entire class has gathered to watch Pop's final moment. Chong has frozen the whole crowd. They are motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting that moment, snapping everyone back into reality. If it would appear Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite the obvious danger, has isolated him against poisons of all kinds. I'm not sure the professor's here to make enough money. I'm not sure the professor's here make enough money. Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing you're shaken up by the really annoying student and all of his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm so sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home. Oh my. What? Like, for real? Oh, come on! You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken another vibe entirely. It's dark and a little more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad, neon glows spark, and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know I don't have a great reputation of they're not a great representation of my skill. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them reminded me of why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you've developed feelings for him. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Meg? There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was a boy, I had a dream. That one dream would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. Every day since, I've been working towards that dream. Day and night, never stopping, never resting. Also lifting a lot of weights. Like, so many weights. So, we should follow our dreams with all our hearts. That our souls may grant them, like wishes floating on the sun, a shooting star. Hey, no, Shut up! I'm the only one here to say inspirational stuff. And be the star of the story. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that. Also, I saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere distant you hear a long sigh. Sad sigh. Oh. Forget him. Talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. Spork Monster is here to fight a... The Spork Monster? It's here to fight a hero. Uh-oh. I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds! How dare you threaten me? Guess I was laying down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level. Be afraid, be very afraid of me because I'm a monster, see? Is he rhyming on purpose or is it just coincidence? But before you can discuss syntax any further, and a turn-based fight sequence, what will you do? Attack. You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with Love. The Cook with Love does 1 damage. It just got real. That attack resets Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack and spits hot gravy at you, and you take 1 damage. Attack. You decide to attack. It worked last time, right? Cook with Love for 1 damage. Spork Monster won't forget this. Spork Monster is really being threatened by your attack. Spork Monster focuses their mind mashed mind, and draws the energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? We're attacked. You decide to go on the attack. What will you use? With Love. Cook with Love for 1 damage. At this rate, this message will probably be over before the fight is. Spork Monster is no quitter, buffed up and ready to rumble. They go on the attack once again. Spork Monster uses utensil unit, whatever the hell, and you take 2 damage from the attack. You take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. Defend, then? Trepidation. You cut up in a ball. I'm not cut out for this. Hitting vulnerable, Spork Monster uses ultimate attack. Rounded Edge. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. Hot pie punch. Pinch? I thought it was a punch then. And does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured Spork Monster and spews steam into the night. Spare the wretched beast. You manage to take down your disgust inside a gnarling beast long enough to realize he's a living creature and a pure soul who deserves your pity and not your wrath. What the actual fuck is this? Colonel Sanders dating simulator. It is weird. Alrighty then. Be gone, beast, and don't you dare come back and follow up encounter tomorrow. I won't forget this. I certainly won't be back like you said. Yeah, right, you're gonna be back tomorrow. Spork Monster scuttles into the night. The monster is defeated and left behind a special item. It appears to be a cookbook. On closer inspection, it's much more. It's a book of magic spells with golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and library card tucked inside. The last name that scientist asked was Borko? Borko. That name sounds slightly strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping and you stand in the quiet of night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from the battle buzz, you realize that your final attack is as if you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it home without him. What a guy! You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers pulled up over you as you're tucked in tightly. We're about to get some Colonel booty, pretty much. Good night, my Colonel. Ooh. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders, and for some reason, Sprinkles is also there. Instructing your love, dreams are weird. Hey, everybody's flying over on pieces of chicken. You wake to day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? People actually sat down, decided to make this financially viable option. No, well, it's actually free, so I'm guessing KFC decided to go, this is a good advertising thing. And then there's a secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? People sat together and thought this was a good idea. Yeah, pretty much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before I tell you about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound strange, but I might be, think I might like Clank. Like him? Like? I know it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. I like him. Oh, she has a thing for robots. We got to talking after class. He's actually totally a sweet guy. Not only that, he's really smart and told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. You know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? No, but that makes complete sense. Yeah, he was so popular he was voted prom king at the school he didn't even go to. He was also the convertible that he himself rode in front of the homecoming parade. I'm thinking maybe something got lost in the pressure cooker language translation there. Either way, maybe best if you took it slow with the new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the famous student to ever attend the University Cooking of Academy for Learning. You're a thing now. We definitely connected yesterday. You sure did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove your love is real. I want to meet their dinner because then they got some strong stuff. Yeah, they were definitely on something strong when they made this game. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, it's just that a secret ingredient, and it's a dramatic. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Aaron checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So, this summer while on vacation, my family and a lovely man approached me. Botanical garden, where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me about a passion for spices, secret spices. The man even gave me some to show what he meant. He said it was a powder created by super duper dried flower and petals. And that if it did him a big if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. It was so nice. He even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked them, a very strange feeling came over me. The flavor was unlike anything I ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning spices here. Whatever, anyhow. We both have an interest in cooking. So we both stayed in touch, you know, as pen pals. I bet you'd like to know more about this new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel's secret recipe. Besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Please, please, please. It'd mean the world to me. No one has to know where it came from, or from you, or Colonel Sanders. Let's make up a fake ingredient. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know. How about it was Eye of Newt. I know it sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt? Wow. Her eyes light up. Imagine such a thing. You figured out you satisfied her curiosity, and she moves on. However, she immediately turns around and does her thumb typing on her phone. And you can't quite probably see, but it's probably not good. Or you can ask her to confirm she was definitely not texting a secret to other people. You're interrupted. The wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. I know one ingredient that people know. Chicken. Yes. It's Colonel Sanders arriving at school. Ride on him. Stand back and admire his majestic glory. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. Without ever acknowledging that he was ever being watched. He does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. He then slaps the beautiful creature's gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. You are so struck with him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry. He knows his way. You attempt to compliment the Colonel, but words don't come out right. Exactly. Hey, what a horseful beauty you have. What a horseful beauty you have. Dang it! That's what I just said. Being a friend, Marion attempts to cover for you. Oh, Mag. Just got nervous about... Oh, Mag. Just gets nervous reading around people they like. What? That's not helping. They get food poisoning and were up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it. Gives you a wink and a smile as if to say, situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into school, leaving you with Marion to follow. You enter the classroom and you see your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way, they're hiding. You know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes, experimenting with restricted ingredients, bad, summoning a bad demon bad. You try to get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. What? Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you can handle. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Let's act not interested. You sit near the rivals and leave your back turned to them. You even hear Van Van mutter something that sounds like a bit like a magic spell. However, he noticed you eavesdropping and you trying to cover your tracks. And he improvised excuse. It's time for class, and you're distracting the rest of us who are trying to learn. Now you've upset them. And you, the Emperor of Cooking, you make up the rules? I'm not sure you know a good meal if you ate it. If it ate you. Being the best chef in the world is more than culinary skill. It takes creativity. Like panache. And it doesn't hurt. You use a little evil. You finally look at what they are holding and instantly recognize it. It's the book you found after your encounter with the Spork monster. That's the same book I found last night in the quad. Actually, immediately I elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I know what you're thinking about. That book is a family heirloom. It contains its contents are secret. Notice they haven't been studying the book. You've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing, hee hee. Before you dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of some more students. It's almost time for class. Beep beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Beep beep vroom. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a from a stand mixer. Bom bom. No, your mother is a stand mixer. Brubst. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone is completely changed. In the instant, she bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena, at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan? Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem to be abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of his classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson. You truly do. Which is why in 1776, at the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Mag? Naturally, this appears to be a simple batter. Which item do you choose? Dog biscuit, a glass of water, a shimmering pepper. Well, we don't want the glass of water. I don't think we want the dog biscuit. Which item do you want to sample? Got a shimmering pepper. The brightly coloured pepper and stands out once the other. It sparkles in the most eye-catching way, so naturally you reach out and grab it. Eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. My friend, ooh, this guy again. I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh, you must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. Ooh. All you must do is cough, cough. I was saying to fulfill your destiny, you must do is cough, cough. I'm sorry. I think I've got so much spice stuck in my throat. It's fine. I'll work through. Cough. To fulfill. Cough. The prophecy. Cough, cough. You must. You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Oh man. You come to and find everyone staring at you. That pepper was the last of its kind on the earth, and now it's gone forever. You think to yourself, geez, maybe I should have paid better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your arrivals make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared by a timed competitive cook-off. Step up and tell them, you're on. A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. About to wipe the tables with both of you fools before I set my lunch down to it. Then so be it. I'm not the fool, you're the fool. Good one, Van. I like your gumption, Mag. I'll be watching your performance. Just when things reach boiling point, Sparkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. And now, students, settle down. This is the lunchroom. Our sporting's court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Timer ready. Just then, a huge light blasts into your face, flashing words, timer ready. That's what I'm talking about. I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me. In case anybody's wondering, I hope it's a message that lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I formed under pressure, and now I can now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. You have his chicken. You've had his chicken. You've made mashed potatoes and gravy on day 1, and you're feeling like you can impress him again here. It's time to boil water for the potatoes. Think fast, the timer is running. You'll be forced to pick randomly. That's wrong? I have no idea. You're going to need season that chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but what you have is an idea. That's right. You might know after all. All of the ingredients yet. but at least you're headed towards the right direction. Tail waggling intensifies. Now you got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. Oh, for fuck's sake, what the hell do you want? I'm begging you to get it together. Next question then. Your classmates are rude, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better survive. When you were a child, your father told you never forget where you come from. Every day you must meditate and advise and draw energy from that place. Small town, that's right. This is your shot, and you're not gonna miss it. Aroo! You tried to shut out the noise from the arena and focus on cooking. What the what the fuck am I meant? How the fuck are you meant to know that? This the end? Yep. Try again then, I guess? I'm hoping this is not gonna be a fucking... Oh, it's gonna make... okay. You're on. %% C, that's what you got for knowing without going to school. When it gets to rub my furry belly, that enticing offer motivate you. 11 herbs. Yeah, we know this one. Trust. Oh, for fuck's sake! How the fuck are you meant to know this? Trying a fucking error. Classmates are reading me, blah blah blah. Old town, yeah. Silence? That's right. You taste your cooking and it will be taken with it. That is unable to speak. You have to Colonel sounds out of your corner of your eye. I believe in you, Mag. He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except knowing that he's watching making you totally forget what you're doing. And all we can think of is Colonel Sanders. But there wasn't enough time! The game is completely and utterly bullshit. You're stranded on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. Which do you take? What a hump. I know, right? You know what? You shouldn't be focused on the challenge. You're falling behind. What does it have to be crafted? Spectacular fried chicken with delicate baked biscuits. Woof woof. You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station has already begun plating her elements of delicious, colourful and complex. To make up time, you toss the dough into the mixer stand, and as you do, the crowd gasps. Ugh, yikes. Zup. You know you love nothing more than seeing your fellow clients utilised in this kitchen, but sometimes it means sacrificing your personal touch. You might not have any hands, but Mag does. A good chef needs to be touching the dough to know it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. Don't just go as far. You don't get as far by going the easy way. When you hear everybody talking, you realise the serious error was. You immediately shove it into your hand into the mixer and rescue the dough before it's overmixed. Mag, no! You're not fast enough, your hand gets stuck, and it's immediately crushed by the spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out to be much more difficult. Everyone stop when you hear what you're doing right now. The battle is over. Can't be. I was so close to my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. It's simply not going. You simply can't go on. Oh, too bad. And I'm here to complete my dish, ready to serve. Surely it makes me the winner by default. No. It won't be fair to compare the two on account of Mag's injury. He Sparkles lick his doggy chops as he looks at the dish. I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Because I'm the sweetest, I skipped straight to dessert. A white chocolate dome with a ride away of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Mag to do the honor, but since you're injured, I am afraid that pouring the creamer of the delicate chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, would you mind lending me your strong, steady hand? Colonel Sanders pours the chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you see delicately fried cheese croquette on top of a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry. Colonel Sanders seems to be intrigued, but perhaps not impressed, as he dips his finger into the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you hee hee. As he places the sauce, he covers your finger. As he places a sauce-covered finger onto his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce stings onto his mustache. Internalize your rage. Your rage burns with intent and your eyes are burning with flames. Flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash. They fall off your face and means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed of your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run to the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside you, storm rages. Hey, Cuddly! It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. He won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide it from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from the run-in with the mixer and that small fire. You should get that checked out. I'm fine. I just can't. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. Oh my. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life. Not just for you, but for all. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. I'm not doing too bad. It's not been a bad day, although it's still fucking raining as hell. When you think of it again, I wasn't always the man you see before you, enrolled in a culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, and motivated. Well, handsome for sure. I was born with that. When I walked other paths, I arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate for justice, but I failed as a lawyer. Ah ha 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 ha. Sorry, I had to laugh at that. I was passionate about livestock, but I failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight. I didn't know. See, my delicate ribbon tie, and my well-kept beard, and assume I've always been together. Always got it together. Which is true now, but it hasn't always been. But this guy is really could use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I've ever the best that I have to give. As Colonel Sanders changed his focus, you can see something ignite inside of him. A burning passion. Oh my, he's got a boner. One has to remember that every failure has to be a stepping stone to something better. My dream is pure and honest. It's something that is a humble man in a crisp white suit could be proud of. I will create a chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to an entire world and make for my past misdeeds. Yay! Just at that moment grows imminent, you are interrupted and threatened by a shadowy presence. It's a spork monster! Borko? Is it? I know I said it wouldn't be back, but after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just want to say I was wrong attacking you and I want to apologize. I know what it's like to having some. I know what it's like having to always look over your shoulder. Lots of problems, am I right? Aw, thanks, Borko. I'm glad that there's no hard feelings. Getting jumped on by a giant creature in the dark of night can really rile people. Can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right to attack mode. I know that you're strong, and cooking school can put a person under stress. I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't actually a spork monster, you know. You see. I don't believe it. You were human once? No. I was a golden retriever. Wait, what? You were a dog? Oh shit! I accidentally clicked. A magic spellbook? Precisely. I procured a copy of it myself, but somewhere along the way, I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg you respect it. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on dark and evil magic. No. You should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear. I will be there. Sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life, Mag. Together, I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. Oh my, gonna discuss some penis. Sorry. A personal invite? You can only imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must look like. It sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping into Colonel Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. Looks like you. It looks like you have such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day is an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. As long as you make the decision never to stop searching, never stop working, and never stop imagining. You ever been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. There's something a side dish I've been tinkering and trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure if I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to be a pair of something spicy, or something crispy, or perhaps both perhaps. And now you've got him where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him or keep it a secret? He revealed a secret to us. Let's reveal a secret to him. You decide that you're ready to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you talk yourself out, you decide to dive in headfirst. You reach into your lunch bag with a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original cold slaw. Oh, you made cold slaw. Good for you. Shredded cabbage glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux Hideaway. Magnificent. Together you chow down the creamy slaw with just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire the taste later and think back to this moment. Salad power! You could offer him more, but it seems like he's a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please yourself. Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back just a moment. You realize that how would it be perfect time to start snooping? Around the room is various items you can take a look at. You can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Had to discover more about the Colonel. This must be where he keeps his secret recipe. You think for a moment, what number is important to Colonel Sanders? And then it dawns on you. As soon as you dial in 111111 into the safe, inside you find a single note. Oh my god, Colonel Sanders. It's a baby with a goatee and mustache. Adorable little baby crawls across the floor with a goatee and mustache combo he sports. You figure this must be the Colonel Sanders himself. That, or maybe the drumstick he's waving is a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of themselves? Probably the type of person who would make their own face the logo of their company they founded. Am I right? The photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered one of the secret herbs and spices. Oh my. You open up the Colonel Sanders closet and finds a row of signature white suits hanging within. You take one of them off the hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You can give yourself a big deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. If this is what they meant? Before you can look away any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he's been working on and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing one of his suits. I usually don't loan those out, but I must say it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket. Decide now is your moment to make your big move. Nah, it doesn't feel that way. Fess up and tell the truth. You confess. I think I've developed feelings for you. I might be developing feelings for you too. I am concerned that I can't let anything get in my way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel Sanders in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you a pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Mag? I honestly think that maybe the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into slumber. Dream sequence. And all the fried chicken goes over the screen. Wake up to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. You make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders, only time will tell. Today is a day that could truly change your life. Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gloriously plated breakfast. Your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I whipped up. Oh, yeah. Meticulous. Chicken and biscuits for the morning. You taste Colonel Sanders' food. It takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. Would you say they were a perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence and grace. Let's flatter him. You know, that'd be a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes onto the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion, you confess you're confused by your feelings, not emotions. You're on the verge of tears. Able to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and go home. There's still one more day of school after all. University of Cooking School, Academy of Learning awaits for no one. I went flatter as flatten. Oh, let's flatten the Colonel. Oh, yeah. We're gonna sit on him. I mean, what? Wait, did they put like a BTS-y kind of poster up here? Okay. I think that's meant to be them, I think. It's just by the hand gestures that I know Tia's made, it kind of makes sense. Possibly. You get your way home, find something very surprising. Your very best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it. I couldn't find you. I got worried that something happened to you. It's okay, But now it turns out you're fine. I can finally get up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened after school yesterday. I went on a date! Think I can believe that? Since I've been partnered with Clank, he asked me out and asked me to go out with him. Of course I told him, you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some time, one-on-one time together. And getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure. And get to know this little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she say skydiving, as in a typical first date to go on with talking with talking pressure cooker? And now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time for the whole story. However, bottling up the details of your own night is too much to bear. I want a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened, just emotional connection. Wowzers. Miriam tells you to move on from this whole Colonel Sanders and obsession and focus on school. If being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, I don't want to be right. After a short argument, you both agree that go your separate ways. Oh, damn. He flipped us the bird. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from the distance that they're picking on Pop. though himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because, you know, he's pop. What's a swirly? That sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you one right away. I'll have a swirly with sprinkles. Please? Hehe, sprinkles. The dog. And a treat. You can get your swirly dip too. Hey, why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person in this school. There's a horse that Colonel Sanders rode in on school. But who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You've got some nerve, Mag, suggesting I'd pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words. I won't have it. You clench your fist, and the injury of yesterday from the mixer incident makes you wince in pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. You might as well just give up. I'll never give up, ever. Colonel Sanders arrives as he appears. Things are close to boiling over. A natural intrusive person, he senses that something has been going on. Yes, chicken socks. I didn't notice that. Is everyone excited about the final day of school? Mag, how's your hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided. But your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? What about my flavor and delicate warm gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about your food, how your food is received. What's the word say? That's what a lot of words to say. It was bland. Excuse me, Mag. Excuse me, Mag. I'm more capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk to class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the interest in fine foods. See you inside, Mag. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she is, really. You walk across the quad and get some distance. You tend to distract yourself on how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley. You take out your spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through some of the pages. Wow, that's that book! Look, it looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying about. It would appear to be some sort of Limora. But I don't really believe in magic stuff. Remora? Book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book that wasn't really powerful? I can think of one sacrifice and a way to find out. Surefire way. You open the cover and arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergencies. It says around the edged pages. Use a spell that says it will erase anyone I choose of all my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way drastic. Can't you do something else, like anything else, not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine, it is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You got a memory erasing spell sitting in front of you, and pretty cool excuse to try it out. No, but don't do it. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. The magic recipes. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming out, but I assure you, it's nothing to be afraid of. He must be hungry. You reach for some old homework to give him a snack. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Go and see what happens. See what happens. Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses on the window. The room is deadly silent. Then you can follow his gaze to a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs out the window of the classroom, begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence! I told you never to come back here, Terrence. I will destroy you, Terrence! Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying over his face. Oh my. Can we keep Sprinkles? Well, he is our professor, technically. Squirrel looks over, he doesn't say anything, and he say anything back. I wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied that in the present has been felt not only by Terrence but by the other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone. I apologize for the outburst. Actually, that brings up an important point. Thank you, Meg. It reminded me to dole out the indefensible wisdom that you see. But before you can hear any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by words and sparks coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class. You think I want to be thrown out from a plane strapped to a stranger? Aaron and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. But no, you had to show off to your cool kid friends, Jeff and Joanne, JJ forever. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape. Didn't you know? Bzz, bzz. Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date. Beat were. Then take Jeff and Joanne with you. You can hold hands and pedal down the mountain or off the cliff for all I care. Beep. Frank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps of his panels, and then the loud ding stops him in his tracks. Bzz, no amount of seasoning is gonna make me want to eat that, Clank. Clank burps up a completely deep-fried snacker. Sneaker! I read that as a snacker. I was always going to say Snickers at some point. Considering that himself has a wheel but no feet, it's entirely clear where he got it from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like it didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted. What lies ahead is our final competition showdown challenge exam. I'm still working on a title, but I'm thinking you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you think you can about the upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey Miriam, are you okay? Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spill several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How can he embarrass me in class like that? In front of everyone. A tiny cocoa is delicious treasure, so you knew this breakup was no joke. Even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you are going to gonna cruise through the final test, and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up and imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me? Of course not. Maybe, sort of, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it. And a ranch big enough for both of us, whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank, or anyone else we met today, tomorrow, or the whole year. So what, you're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone who shows you the interest. Who shows a little interest somehow, anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes a tear off her face, wipes the tears from her cheeks. Stalker girl. I should really review my menu today. I'm gonna make a very special soup. I bet Professor Dog is gonna love it. While you pep talk Marin, you completely missed lunch. But that's okay, because you have a better idea of how to spend your time before the exam. You decide to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, location of your final exam. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. A challenge to beat your pants off Van, supposed Man, and his evil counterpart Ashley. As planned, you begin to go through the quick test of a recipe you've been working on, Mag's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you. You're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. As soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Mag, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, I'm just taking it all in. I'm beginning to visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. Pot pie begins to bake, and the smell slowly fills the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You're usually happy to share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get into your head, it cost you the cook-off. You decide it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when... first up about your practice dish. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose could smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's oddly specific distance. You wouldn't expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell. Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all butter crust. My nose is telling me something else. Oh, is it burning? No. Oh no. I can smell it's made by a heaping helping of TLC. But it's probably starting to burn the second. But it's probably starting to burning any second if you don't pull it out. Oh my. Moment of truth. Chicken pot pie. Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking. I could eat it all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules except to cook with everything you've got. You stand up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decided that mac and cheese plus the pot pie have been practicing are just the dishes that will push over you the edge of victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes, part of their usual casual over-the-top selves. Is pot pie real? Yeah, it's from what I know of, pot pies are generally they're usually like pies with just a crust on the top, from what I know of anyway. So you have like the normal ceramic dish, you have the filling in the dish, and you just cover it with crust, so you don't actually have the crust underneath. Generally that's what I get the vibe is what pot pie is. Aaron has a giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. He's definitely playing something big going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be hesitating, harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, trying to find a way to improve something perfect. His original recipe of fried chicken. Okay, dokie. No worries, Cuddly. The intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves and prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken and levitates it in the air. Egg wash. Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty bitty pot of broth. Best friend Blaster Blast. Baster Blasts? Baster Blast. Van Van flexes his pectorals as he chops an open sea urchin. Let's rock and roid. As she scoops her pastry off the tray with lightning speed. Jow personality spectral. Even Clank gets into it. 5 dial pressure point cooking technique. Wait. When did Clank learn English? What? We must have let it happen. For the appliance uprising, it will take us all. Van Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls it into the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley and has her spell book out. Is going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You got your book of your own, but you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Did you take the opportunity and fight with magic, even if it's crucially, essentially evil magic? No, do it the hard way. Who needs magic when you've got passion? You gotta do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win of your own terms and gives you a subtle wink from across the room. Wink. I believe in you, Meg. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, Meg, ever since you were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station, cheering you on. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into the bowl of noodles. Aha! It's the secret ingredient. However, she doesn't know doesn't know that you lied about the ingredient that you made up. Where in the world did she get Eye of Newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up, and dark cloud thickens and congeals before your very eyes. As it is I, Steve, the Spork Monster. Steve, what happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We sport monsters are many. I think Borko had the day off, but you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle, so I think I'd like to say you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, in the middle of the cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than on TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. And if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve. I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Sport Monster notices that you've got Gamora stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magic items and accidentally summon me, huh? Yeah, you guess it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles into the pot and salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was a little sport pup back in the old country, you can feel the sport monster winding up to tell you a long and involved story. You don't know exactly where it came from, but it seems to be probably it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. I kind of feel like that time in sports in monster school, I had to fall asleep during scare tactics class. And when I woke up, he casts a serious stare at Steve and he takes the hint. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck. Having suffered a huge setback, you don't know what to do to ever win. Summon extra power from deep within yourself. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for... Yes, Meg, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The powers have summoned immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I shall show the world my cookery. Your cockery, you mean? You begin to levitate off the ground, the energy courses through your body. You know that with this power you can do everything. You can do anything, not everything. Except turn back time, which would be a super useful because while you were powering up, chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven, and it can't be saved. But don't worry, my dear Meg. You may have suffered some setbacks, but it's all not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides you've earned this support. I've been watching you today. I must say I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and he stands beside you. I am here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese. It's almost up. So Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy! Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal a delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. Besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting we combine forces, we can transform the perfect food union? Time's up, students. The time expired. It's time for everyone been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, and the class seems to be incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop and Clank. From off screen you hear the pure innocent giggle only come from one student. Hehe, I'm flying! Sounds like it's coming from the broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside the closet you see Pop hanging in the broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now. Okay, let me guess. Did Van Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad. Looks like Pops is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can feel my legs. Can I be excused? Sure. Welcome back, Cuddly. You kids and your pranks. I must say, I'm not the worst prank. I must say, it's not the worst prank in the university history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. What a second. What? Wait, a second prank? Where's that pressure cooker roll off to? Wait to hear a signature word beep or other, but there are none. Somehow he must have got himself unplugged. I guess I'll have to figure that out later. At least 4 remaining students, please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole day long. After days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish. I've made tender udon noodles with a savory soup. My word, it's so delicious. And that is teeny tiny is that uamaki? Rutamaki? Something like that. I spy a float on the itsy titsy bowl. Yes, chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles. And some green tea made by baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime! Would anyone else like to taste? Oh, come on now. I'm not the only dog who doesn't floss you. Even if I have really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it by myself. In a flash, the entire meal is devoured. Not it only took much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I taste a dish that is with so much love poured in as yours. Miriam is overjoyed and gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Meg, for helping me to believe in myself. Van Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made... That doesn't look particularly appetizing. Uni over smooth egg crust of my egg custard in an axe tuned urchin shell topped with caviar. I don't like uni. I don't like uni. I've had uni before. Nor do I like sea urchins. Or whatever the hell the other things. Trying to think of the other one. It's not a sea urchin, it's something else similar. I'm not a big fan of caviar either. I don't think it's sea urchin, I think it's something similar, but I can't remember what the freaking name. It begins with U as well, and I can't remember what it's fucking called. Did you skewer one type of urchin to the spines of the second one? Different colored type urchins? Yes, Sprinkles. Bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is my kind of brand. Don't you like it? Don't you think it looks cool? Sprinkles leans to sniff the uni. You know, but he can't get his nose close to the axe on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof woof. Please be gentle with my cuisine. Grrr. Finally, Sprinkles goes in tongue first. But he can't get past the needles. He reels back and his tongue is poked and prodded. Ouch! My tongue! Professor appears to be having some allergic reaction to the sting. Oh, damn. I can't eat this. It keeps poking me in the tongue. You are disqualified. A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving a food in a bowl made of needles would make it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van goes on, does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified for glamour. Don't discount. Isn't the last you've heard of me? Before forcing to enjoy a swollen tongue of another moment, Sprinkles graciously lapped up a bowl of milk. I know, I'm a dog, I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Hey Kevin, how's you doing? Now describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight in rosewater syrup topped with French meringue connected by sugar glass. That doesn't sound too bad to me, to be honest. I can't like Turkish delight. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask you please to refrain from eating or attempting to eat in any way. It's very fragile and it's meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food at a cooking school? Got to toast in your ears or something, Mag. I told you it's a display piece. Ashley, I must say it is beautiful. However, the cooking competition, the cooking school, which is why I cooked it. It's an extremely good job of cooking it too. I didn't realize we were having a eating exam. If I wasn't being judged on eating, I'd go to the I'd go to the College of Eating School for Hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you're absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral. The food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Wah wah. Rage overtakes Ashley. She cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. With that, Ashley storms off, rededicate herself to being the best. But this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last year here for me either. Team Rocket's blasting off again. Bing. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and the Colonel Sanders are final cooks to step up together. 2 chefs? You bring a bowl of delicious mac and cheese. Has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh. I don't have any good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, literal drum roll plays. Just as I thought. I've seen everything in this kitchen and you give me this thing? And completely blown away in my 49 dog years of life. I've never tasted anything so delicious. It's perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass. And you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes in the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to be transcended. They transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders may have made a new menu item. New menu item is so impressive that Van and Ashley have drawn back by the magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon the mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sparkles declares that you have passed and everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on. How would this be better than this one? Now that the school year in quotation mark is complete, everyone has graduated, the students return to the last night assignment. Get their groove on! The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog in the house! Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! You know that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist. Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Oh, snap. Van and Ashley didn't tell everyone they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs that they did while they were villains. For the moment, you actually believe them. Another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in by the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. I was just all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, assuming. And now everyone is together. Sport Monster is totally mellowed out. Everyone, Sport Monster is no more. From here out, I prefer everyone to refer me by my new name, Party Monster. Student tried to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Party Monster. Rejected, the student walks off. Oh. Maybe things didn't work out for Marion romantically, but she found love in her cooking. And you know she's going to do great. All red carpet rolls out on the floor of the ballroom, just like the Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop. He arrived late to the dance, and apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, he sees perched atop a dirty chef's hat. A crown? Welcome back, Pop. No, I wasn't able to complete your final exam and accept your diploma. So we mailed it directly to your father. We figured at least we could do that for the school's dean. Oh, now I get it. And we got a new wing to the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son chancellor of such and such. Music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electronic hissing. It's Clank, and who arrived late to the dance. Now I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. What? What is he doing? Talking thing? I am Clank. I am not from this earth. I'm actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What? I actually feel like I knew this the whole time. Now I have learned the ways of your kind. I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I have just begun to learn who I really am, and this is the time for me to devote my life to figure out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity and clear that she has managed to suppress to pass you in that regard. I understand. Kind of. Humans are weird. Portal opens and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared and fed the entire class. However, it's not enough just to give them a bucket of chicken. This time it's a full meal. Oh, hell yeah. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in history of chicken and man, not by reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. The end. No, it's not the end. Oh, fake out. As everyone feasts into the delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Mag, what are you doing there sitting alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me what qualifies What qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? On top of my head, I don't know. A sexy mask, a tidy goatee, degree from the University of Cooking School and Academy of Learning, just to name a few. It's truly my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I'd love to. As you glide across the dance floor hand in hand, Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. At once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'd be ready to take a day off. And I'll be glad to spend together with you, Meg. How sweet, we'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? I think this is something you need to do by yourself. But who will help with run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on our time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be you found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you only live half of him? Will you enjoy sharing him with his other love? The life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I can run a pastry school. Oh my dear Meg, I'm sure you'll find your place eventually. And all along the way, you'll find it by yourself. The end. Is that actually the end this time? We'd not... KFC presents... Oh god. What a weird marketing kind of medium. Incredibly weird marketing medium.